Now we're joined by Kelly Kasuda, the producer of Face in the Crowd. Kelly, how did you come up with the idea of Face in the Crowd?
Well, I've always been a big fan of documentaries, long magazine editorial shows like Sunday Morning on CBS and Detroit's First Block for Channel 4. And one of my favorite activities when professors go around in class is the activity where they say, tell us one thing that's interesting about yourself. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if we could combine those two things, what I love about editorial shows and my favorite icebreaker, and combine it into a segment for Central View, because you never really quite know who the person next to you, what they do in their life. There's something interesting about everyone, and it's really important that we showcase that. There are people in this community that have amazing things that they do and that are very out of the ordinary people, so I just figured it would be really great to shine the spotlight on them.
Awesome. Okay, so tell us a little bit about who we're meeting this week.
This week is a very exciting week. It's Abby Palmatier from the Cosplay Club here on Central Michigan's campus. And most people really don't know about cosplay. I had no idea what she was talking about when I met her at a workshop for RSOs on campus. And it really is about people who dress up in costumes and go to conventions. It could be about anime. They could dress up like their favorite films, like Harry Potter, The Hobbit, and her passion is dressing up like My Little Pony, which I had no idea is a phenomenon now. It really is. It's a really great segment, and she teaches us a lot about cosplay and about how it's more than just dressing up in costume and partying or going out. It's about becoming that character and interacting with other characters from the cosplay world. So I think everybody will really enjoy this segment.
How do you find the people that you're going to put on Face in the Crowd?
That has been the biggest challenge, actually. It's a lot of talking to people. It's a lot of asking questions. Who do you know? Do you know anybody interesting? The first thing I did was go on the registered student organizations on Central Michigan's OrgSync site, and I looked through the different clubs, and I didn't even know we had a cosplay club, so that's how I contacted Abby. And really, it's been asking, hey, I'm doing a new show. Do you know anybody that's doing something out of the ordinary or very unique? I went to the Leadership Institute. I went to study abroad and just started asking questions. And now that the show's been somewhat popular with the MHTV crowd, people have come to me and said, hey, I know some really interesting people. Would you like to do this? A future segment that we have going on is a magician, a storm chaser, and someone from the drumline. And they've just all come from other people suggesting that they should be on the show.
Were you surprised at how many interesting people are at Central Michigan?
Absolutely, and I think that's what the audience will find too, is that they're regular people. The storm chaser that I met is one of my students. The magician that I met is the guy who sits next to me in class, who's been sitting next to me for the last few months. So I think everybody will be surprised that, it's not just about going to school. It's more about what people do on campus and what they do in their own personal lives.
Thanks, Kelly. Let's take a look at the world of cosplay on Face in the Crowd.